What is up, my fellow munchies? It's your boy Mo here. And I know, there's no apron today. Unfortunately, it's in the wash. It's getting a little TLC.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Well, today, we're gonna make some koofta. Let's find out about it, shall we? Alright guys, koofta. Koofta is like one of those ultimate comfort foods. Let's be real. I mean, what dish do you know has meat, potatoes, onions, and isn't good? So let's find out what koofta is made with, shall we? What you'll need for this wonderful dish: ground beef, parsley, onions, jalapeno, garlic, potato, tomato, and now for the spices: cayenne pepper, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, chili powder, salt, pepper, and tomato magic.
What?
Tomato bouillon. First, we're gonna get all of these ingredients and we're gonna throw them into here. All right, take your jalapeno. All we're gonna do is just cut off that edge. And then you just wanna cut it up in a couple slices, really. Just so the food processor doesn't have a hard time. Throw it in. And throw your tomato in, just quarter it up. I know Shafa Schnack's just kind of triggered right now. She says I waste too much tomato. Do y'all think that this is too much waste? Let me know in the comments below. Alright, so I'm just gonna give y'all a little story time with Mo. So koofta is actually one of my favorite dishes. It is a very healthy and wholesome meal. It gives you that sense of love and tenderness, because as you're eating this, the warmth from the juices and the rice and the meat and the potatoes, it really does warm your soul. And you could just sit there on whether it's a hot day, whether it's a cold winter night, and just enjoy this with some family members. Like, my best memories are with koofta. I mean, I've just never had a bad koofta dish. I'm gonna be real with y'all. All right, so I got a whole bulb of garlic here, which I cut the back off of it. I'm only gonna use 3 cloves for the food processor part. The rest will be used for the remainder of the dish. So just save these little babies. So you're gonna take this, you're gonna put it to the side for now. All right, so a friend of mine, Hannah, told me that there was an easier way to get the skin separated out of the garlic. And she was telling me all you have to do is just a light press, because if you're smashing it like you're a WWE guy,
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
then you're probably gonna cut yourself. So look at it. It works. Shout out to Hannah. Thanks. Got our beautiful garlic cloves. Throw them in there. We're gonna take a little bit of parsley. So I would say about 1/4 of a bushel for this recipe. And all you're honestly gonna do, just do like a rough chop. And then you're gonna take it, throw it in your food processor. Just remember, you wanna share the love around the food processor like it's a merry-go-round, so everybody feels loved. We're not trying to keep anybody excluded from this. Sharing is caring, guys. All right, you have all your ingredients in here. Lock it. You're gonna blend this until it's well incorporated and almost like a paste. We have an escapee right there. We're just gonna throw them right in there. We're not playing around with these guys. So this is what you're looking for. You want to make sure that it's all liquidy, it's all well incorporated, because we're going to take this and we're going to pour it in about 2 pounds of ground beef. The beef that I'm using is chuck roast. All right, we're going to take our mixture, get our donut spatula, and we're going to scrape all this in, scoop it all up. Make sure to get every last bit, because that is gold. Pro tip, for extra nutrients, you can throw some spinach or kale. I'm not about the kale life, but I have had this with spinach inside. It does make the meat a little more juicy, but this is the standard mix. All right, guys, so here's typically the spice mixture we're gonna throw in here. We're gonna do 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne. All right, you're gonna get about 1 teaspoon of salt. We're just gonna grind it all over this sucker. Remember, it's beef. Season your beef. You're gonna take about 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. This wonderful tool does not work very well, so you gotta spin it like 3,000 times to make it work. Black pepper, folks. Take about 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder. You don't want too much because it'll overpower it. We're gonna take about 1/2 tablespoon of granulated onion powder. Next on the list, paprika. This is my boy right here. I use it in a lot of my dishes. But you're gonna put you another half tablespoon. Last but not least, a little more garlic powder. This one you're not gonna put as much, about a teaspoon. You're gonna take this, you're gonna mix it up. I thought I forgot the tools. Bam! Hold on, glove 2. We forgot about it, and that's how we do it. All right guys, time to mix it up. After you get done kneading your meat like dough, this is the final product. This is what we're looking for. It's a very, very wet meatball. And that's what you're gonna kind of be looking for. But I'm not gonna show you all that just yet. That's a family secret. Before we get the koofta to assemble, we're gonna get all these ingredients, cut them up real nice, throw them in our pan, and then we're gonna get everything else together. So first, garlic. All we're doing with the garlic here is just peeling it and lightly smashing it so we can distribute it amongst the koofta. You're gonna also quarter your tomatoes. You got your potato. We're gonna cut this into small square pieces, kind of like the tomato, because you don't want this to sit there and cook forever, so you do want smaller pieces in this. Now, another reason why you cut these potatoes pretty small is you do want to make sure that the potatoes cook at the same pace that the koofta is going to cook at. You could also take the option of parboiling some of the potatoes if you like bigger pieces, but hey, whatever floats your boat. Or in this case, floats your koofta. Unfortunately, as much as I love these, tears of joy about to happen. If you haven't guessed already, we're going to be quartering these onions along with the tears, the pain, the struggle, but in the end, it's going to be great. And now it's time. Koofta dish, assemble.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Well, I'd have kept it going, but you know, copyright would have just slammed me into the ground. So, just a quick pro tip before we continue. Alright, so guys, you can do your koofta one or two ways. You can roll it up into one delectable meatball, or the classic Arabic way is you kind of just get it together.
The one true way.
A little realistic, authentic koofta action. And there is our authentic koofta model, just looking there, all nice and thin.
We now return to your regular programming.
Alright, so for this next part, this is pretty much a tomato sauce base for the koofta. So it all depends on what type of pan you have, and you want to make sure that you're going to make enough to where it's going to fill up 3/4 of the way up. So I'm going to give you per 4 cups what you need to put in. And now, you're going to take about 2 heaping tablespoons of tomato bouillon, which has chicken flavor in it. You do want to get boiling or very hot water. You want to make sure everything mixes. Throw in about half a teaspoon of pepper. All right, you're going to get another half a teaspoon of salt. And I did forget to put this in the beginning. You're going to get about 2 heaping tablespoons of tomato paste. All right, you do want to just stir this mixture, make sure everybody gets to know each other. And now, time to pour in. You could pour it one or two ways. You can A, just pour in the middle until it fills in, or B, speed up the process and just go in like a counterclockwise motion around the pan so you can fill all the little crevasses. You want that juice to get everywhere. It wants to get everybody's number, and you're the one that makes it happen. Be the wingman you should be. Or woman, it's a judge-free zone. All right, look, if you feel like there's a couple of stragglers breathing air, just make sure they're drowning, all right, guys? They're all drowning. But now, all we're gonna do is take some foil, throw it on here, make sure it's preheated to 525, and you're gonna keep it covered anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour. Now it's been about 45 minutes, we're gonna uncover it, throw it on broil, and let it get some color. Don't do this at home, kids. Oh my God, guys, y'all can smell this. Oh my God. Put it on the top shelf so we can get some charring. Get in, my precious. After about 10 to 15 minutes, it should be done. You're gonna take it out. You'll see and smell the difference. There you have it, my fellow munchies. Some good old koofta. All right, the good thing about koofta is generally it is served over rice. with a side of salad, Arabic salad that is. And just let me know, guys. If y'all want to know how Arabic salad's made, let me know in the comments below. Generally, you put a little bed of rice right here, to which you pile up your koofta. And the good thing about having some of these charred bits is it goes really well with that bowl. Now, I will say, the koofta meatball came out a little wet, so I would suggest having the onion. So don't use the whole, use 1/2 of it. I want y'all to take a second and just appreciate the tomato base of this koofta soup. It's just so comforting. I mean, look how beautiful that looks. I'm telling you, once you take your first bite, this will be your go-to comfort food from now on. And there you have it, my fellow munchies, koofta. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you throw up a like, smash that subscribe, tap that bell, comment, whatever you do will really help my channel grow. And finally, the sun has set. But until next time. Munch on. Alright guys, so for this next part, the whole goal is to make like a soup base so you can pour it all in the knafa. Wow. Paprika.
Garlic.
We're gonna do a whole teaspoon of salt
It's giving me dead battery signal.
until you get a little koofta, almost like koofta turd.
I was thinking that.